I was born and raised in Yakutsk, the coldest inhabited city on the planet. Before I leave my house, I always check the weather. Today it's minus 48 degrees Celsius. And yes, for us this is just a normal winter day. At minus 48 degrees Celsius, people go to work, children go to school, and light doesn't stop. And of course, I'm not going to stay home. I want to go to the mall to look at winter clothes. But before I go out I have to get ready because if you don't dress well in this cold, you can freeze to death in a matter of minutes. So I'm going to show you exactly how we dress to survive here. I'll start with legging. I'm already wearing black ones and then I put on a second pair. Then I put on camel wool knee pads to protect my joints. Sometimes my knees hurt because I didn't wear them when I was younger, so now they're a must. I also wear camel wool socks to insulate and keep warm. Next, I put on a pair of padded, waterproof pants. These pants keep my legs incredibly warm. They're honestly one of the best things ever invented. 20 years ago, when I was a kid and had to go to school, I wore layers and layers of tights and still the cold would pierce my legs like 1,000 tiny needles. Then I put on a light jacket under my thick goose down coat, made especially for Arctic winters. A big coat costs between $800 and $1,000, but sometimes even that is not enough. The warmest option here is a fur coat, but they can cost around $6,000. Keeping my head, hand, and feet warm is absolutely crucial. My fur hat is getting really old, so I need to buy a new one. Wool hats do not protect me well in these temperatures. My mittens have traditional, beaded patterns, a mix of culture and warmth. And finally, I put on some Yakutsk fur boots. Regular boots would freeze in minutes. And now, I am ready to go. This is the time and effort it takes just to set foot outside your home. And honestly, it can be a drag. If you forget to buy bread or milk, you can't just run downstairs to the store. You have to put on all your layers again. What should be a 5-minute errand becomes a mission. When you step outside, the cold air hits your lungs like a bolt of lightning. It's hard to breathe, your throat feels dry, and every breath feels heavy from the freezing air. In jackets, our entire infrastructure is designed for extreme cold. Roads, buildings, and utilities are made to withstand temperatures below minus 70 degrees. Most apartments have 24-hour central heating to keep you warm. Keeping a car here is a challenge in itself, so I prefer public transport. The nearest bus stop is about 300 meters away, a 5-minute walk. But even on that journey, I can feel the cold starting to seep through my clothes, especially on my face. We can only be outside for about 10 to 15 minutes before the cold becomes unbearable and they have to run indoors. Luckily, in jackets we have heated bus stops, small warm booths that prevent us from freezing to death while we wait. After walking for 10 minutes, the cold already starts to bite into your skin. The exposed parts, especially your nose, are the first to freeze. You can see the skin on my nose turning white. It's the first sign of frostbite. So I decided to run into the mall to warm up before continuing. Even in this extreme cold, Jackets has homeless people, like this woman in front of the mall. The city offers winter shelters to keep them safe and warm, but not everyone uses them. Many suffer severe frostbite every year and often lose fingers or toes. Inside the mall, there are cloakrooms where people leave their heavy coats. It's impossible to move comfortably inside a heated building while wearing a heavy downpo. And the padded pants and jacket make you feel like you're wearing armor. These wardrobes make everything so much easier after surviving the cold outside. Shopping in Yakutsk is very different from shopping in central Russia. We don't have huge malls with lots of stores. Our malls are smaller, with fewer options, especially now that many international brands have left. That's why most people prefer to shop online. And Chinese apps are super popular. It's much more convenient. Plus, malls also function as social spaces, places to meet friends, escape the cold, get hot meal, or let the kids play when it's impossible to be outside. I'm currently going to a special store that sells fur coats. I don't have a car in jacuzzis. In this cold weather, cars can freeze solid. I prefer to walk or take the bus. I've never had a car here. It's too much work. The engine either had to be on all the time to keep from freezing, or you need a special system that heats them up and starts them up automatically. But it's heavy and uncomfortable. Public transport is easier, although walking to the stop and waiting in the cold is still tough. Using your phone outside in Yakutsk is difficult, so we don't rely on it much. We only take it out if absolutely necessary, because the cold will drain or turn off the battery. Here, phones are more useful for emergencies than for everyday use. Another special part of shopping in Yakutsk is visiting our local fur shop. Yakutsk has been a center of fur production for centuries. During the Russian Empire, high-quality furs such as sable, bison, and fox were exported to Europe and were known as soft gold. Fur coats here aren't just a luxury, they're a necessity. Even my 2 jackets wouldn't protect me for long in -50 to 60 degrees. A fur coat offers an unmatched level of warmth against the brutal cold. Prices start at around $6,000 and can go up to $17,000 for a sable coat. Not everyone can afford them. So many women save up for years. After walking around for a while, I felt the cold again, till I stopped at a small coffee shop to warm up. The moment you walk in and feel the warm air is such a relief. After a short break, I wanted to show you how incredibly cold it is out here. I asked the barista for a cup of hot water to demonstrate something cool, how boiling water turns into ice crystals when thrown into the freezing air. Nope. Belay. 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 And that's how we dress and survive in the coldest city in the world. I hope you enjoyed this video and make you stay warm wherever you live.